So I want to know from your perspective, why do you think Renee hasn't seen his daughters in 7 years?
Because he's a piece of
Okay. So, well, I guess that leads me to what happened in your relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
So what happened in your relationship? How was it?
Everything but the right thing. He's a serial cheater. And I actually divorced him.
Okay.
He kept cheating, just kept cheating and making up excuses. We did therapy. I prayed. I took him to church, and his woman was in church.
Oh, wow.
He was messing with a woman in church. Like, he's a piece of work. So I can't respect what he has from here on out.
So you said you feel like you picked the wrong man to be the father of
I
your
definitely
children.
did.
Why do you feel that way?
I feel because he wasn't giving what he said. This does a lot of talking, but I don't see the actions. And I feel like he's a whore.
How involved are you in his relationship with his kids?
How involved am I?
Yeah.
I helped him try to be a dad. Meaning, even after we separated, I went to go pick him up, like take him from work. I would go get the kids so they would have time together and drop them off at his other female's house. Like, I was that parent. While they played in the park, I was sitting in the car on my phone, reading, doing whatever I needed to do while they built time. Like, that's the mom I am. I'm gonna help you be the dad I need you to be because you obviously can't do it yourself.
So how did you feel as their mother watching their relationship with their father deteriorate?
That's why we're here, because when my kids hurt, I hurt. I'm mama bear. Yeah. I'm coming for you behind my kids. And when they got on Facebook and and the wife is saying stuff to her, and baby, stay out of it. This was before you. Learn your place. You
told my producers that you think that his wife, like you just said, his new wife,
She don't know half of it.
But do you think that she's causing some of this problem?
I'm not gonna say she's causing the problem, but when you insert yourself to say stuff like you feel like I'm the problem, baby, you don't know the half of what you got. You don't. Like, he's a serial, he don't like to work. He works for like 6 months and quits or something, on my back, on my neck. Oh, it's always something. I got 3 jobs. I get 2 jobs. I'm constantly going. I don't stop. So why you don't stop? You're not taking care of none of your kids.
Well, Renee's wife, Ishana, is also here in the audience. And I want to talk to her a little bit later in the show about what she feels. But I just have to ask this because I heard you talk a lot about what he did to you and how he treated you. Is there any resentment or jealousy towards Renee and his new wife and his new family?
New family? That's the issue right there. How can you not even take care of the one you had? He lies, and I don't know what he tells her, but baby, it ain't the truth. Because I got the messages where he even said he wished he had his family back.
Do you get along with his new wife?
I don't know nothing about her. I really don't. Like, she has nothing to say to my kid. Like, she's constantly inserting herself with my kids and think it's her. It's not you. I'm not jealous of you. I don't care about you. If I wanted Renee, I could have had Renee and kept the cheating going. That's the fact about it.
Do you talk about Renee in front of your daughters the way you talked about him to me?
So this is the thing. No. Baby, my kids made their own choice.
Yes.
They see Renee. They see him for what he is now, and that's what he can't stand. Because he's a narcissist. He's a liar. He was supposed to send a Christmas gift while he was in Boston. Baby, we still waiting on that. UPS, where's it at? We still waiting on these boxes of clothes.
Do you feel like he abandoned your family?
He did. You got these women laughing at me because you over here chilling with them. Like, he had a woman in my bed. And all the kids was in the house. All the kids was in the house. My nieces, my nephews, his daughter, like, everybody was in the house, and you had a whole woman in my bed. We were high and we fell asleep. Get the hell out of here with that. And then I stopped smoking weed. So that separated us too. Because when I stopped smoking, we didn't have that bonding. And then, he would go elsewhere to smoke because I wasn't giving him what he needed. Oh, but now he got a smoking buddy. That's why he loved his new wife. They smoke it up.
Okay. Understand. So why haven't you seen your daughters in person since 2016?
Financially, I pay child support that's directly taken out of my check. I live in a state where the cost of living is way higher than the state that put the case on me. I have no savings to afford to make it.
Well, can you explain your child support payments?
Massachusetts would give me $600 a week on unemployment. I would see $125 of that money to survive, to consider my rent and all other bills. $125 was nothing.
Why are you on child support?
You tell me, because I was locked up in prison when you put me on child support for these 2 kids.
You lied.
You told my producers that you feel like Mo's the reason that you have a hard time spending time with your daughters. What do you mean by that?
I've contacted several years. The summer's coming up. Can I get my kids from the summer? Spring break. Oh, I'll see. I mean, when me and my wife first got together, the conversation from her was, oh, I don't trust my kids around no female that I don't know. Not a problem. I'll put y'all on the phone. They had conversation, everything was okay, and said yes until I got on the phone and apologized to her.
I let my kids go stay there with him, and they came back smelling like smoke.
Before me and my current wife got together, I was having an issue living in the same state, seeing my children.
Renee hasn't seen his two daughters since he and Mo divorced 7 years ago, and I want to talk to them now and get their point of view on this. So everyone, please welcome Alon and Sanai to the show. Hi.
Don't do that, baby. It's okay. It's all right, Stink.
Thanks for being here. What's bringing you to tears? This is your first time seeing your dad.
I didn't want.
This is your first time seeing your father. Do you want to say hi to him?
Missed you.
I have one parent, and that's it. There's nothing else, no one else I can, like, turn to. And I have, like, no father figure, so it's just empty.
And that's what I'm saying about this whole thing, is that he doesn't get, is that he's trying to say, I try to keep him,
I truly understand how my kids feel, and I understand all of that.
If you knew that,
when
then why haven't you been there?
When I was a kid, kids got to see both parents, whether they live together or not. And that is my only thing. We have our issues. We don't live together.
We made that agreement,
Why
Renee?
can't I still see my kids regardless of where I lay my head?
We made that agreement.
That should not matter when I want to be a part of their life.
Why are we not together, Renee? Why
What does
are we
that have to do with them?
Understand why? Because you made a promise you wanted to be in these kids'
We are not together because I cheated, you cheated. So
No,
what?
I
The
didn't
relationship now is about them.
So what
and
I'm
they
saying
should be
is
allowed
that
to be a part
you
of
wanted
both homes.
But you wanted to be a parent, right?
You moved
so when
on.
I gave you the
moved on with a
opportunity,
relationship,
no.
so the kids are allowed to be a part of that.
No.
I moved on with a wife. My wife is a part of my
No.
life, so being a part of
That's not
me
what it's
is being a
about.
part of my life.
That's not what it's about. The whole
Okay,
point
you're
is
right.
you could be there
You're
for
right.
them.
You know
live
what
in
it's about.
Colombia. You said you have not been in their life.
And at
because
one
you
point
moved
in
to
time, and
Boston.
all this child support money you got, have you said, hey, you can't financially afford it, I'll meet you halfway?
Too much for you, right? They're still out there, arguing.
Did you meet me
You
there?
told my wife.
I didn't
no.
even talk to her.
Oh, yes, you
Where's
did.
she at? Where
Please
was that?
stand up and
So what I
explain to
tell
the
you?
world.
First of all, you went through the whole spill of what he did to you. You told me I wasn't going to be the last person he was with, and this was in 2015.
So you
it's
think 'cause you got a ring
2023.
now?
We've been married for 2 years. He ain't stepped out on me, not once.
Everybody clap for that.
Okay? I don't
I'm
need
ready to clap.
nobody.
It's me
I don't
growing
need
up as a
nothing.
man.
I want you to grow
I
up and
made
be in their
mistakes
life.
with you. I'm sorry,
up and
but
be
I'm
in
still
their
trying to be a
lives.
part of my kids'
Grow
life
up and
every
be
day.
in their-
Not just gonna get resolved with them arguing.
What do you want?
I want to sit down with him and let him know why, what's going on with me. Like, I want to speak my heart. Like, with them yelling, I cannot, like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's too much.
Is it often like that, how they communicate with each other? And even though y'all might not directly be in between it, y'all are always in between them, right?
It is.
Yeah. Because your parents talked about a hard moment for you with an ex. And it sounded like even in that hardest moment, instead of focusing on you, they were still arguing with each other. Is that what happened?
It is
What's it been like for y'all?
hard.
In what ways?
Because, like my sister was saying, we don't have that. We don't have no father figure. Like, we don't. That's why I feel like I went through the domestic violence relationship, because I'm looking for longer love in the wrong places.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't want that to keep happening, or I don't want that to happen to my sister because of the actions that he did. Like,
Can I tell you something? You have a right to blame him. When a parent doesn't step up to do what they need to do, you have a right to say this was your job and you didn't do the job. But I will also tell you that I see a strength in the two of you as women that I'm very proud of. That choice to get up and walk off that stage was a choice where you put yourself first. You hear me?
yes.
And I still hear them arguing back there.
No, you're not going to make up no lies on him. I specifically said, send
nobody
her.
making up no
Specifically, don't up on me, bitch. Don't run the up on me.
We came here to talk, and I feel like it's just arguing.
You allowed her to stay where a man was physically abusing her. You wouldn't send her to her father just for a break.
That lets me know you're not a dad.
That lets us know
because
you
she
didn't
was
give two
sneaking
damns about
behind
your
my
child.
back. That's why I asked you to step in and help
you know
me.
What? We ain't gotta wait. We ain't gotta do none of that. She right.
Who do you want to talk to?
My dad.
And what do you want him to know?
I want him to know that he has hurt me like...
Yeah, and he needs to acknowledge that and make amends for that moment. Because you deserve to have your father make you the priority. You deserve to have your father make you the priority. You both deserve apology from both of them, okay? So I want y'all to wait in the green room, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try to figure this out, okay? Two things. First, I can see the breakdown in communication when it comes to you and your daughter. And it's up to you to be better in that communication. She has her pain, she has her experiences, and as a little girl, she needs your help to heal that. But you can't match her. And secondly, it's unfortunate right now, but brother, I gotta tell you, you're wrong for your train of thought. And it's just the truth. I get it, you're in circumstances where you need support. But the thing is that the support, you gotta figure that out. You are stuck in a narrative of like, I needed somebody else. You need to figure it out. There's other choices you can make. And I'm just telling you, there is.
I hear you saying it. I'm listening.
Let me tell you
whatever
something.
they
Let me
are.
tell you something. I've been on a Greyhound bus before. I have been in Ubers before. I've done everything else. So you don't just, listen, a Greyhound ticket is $100-something. You could have found that. You could have found that. I know your ex-wife would have, your new wife would have given it to you.
She know I would have did it for myself. Believe me, it may look like I ain't did nothing in the last 8 years. I've been homeless in a shelter, homeless, to make sure their child support was paid or the things that they've called and said, hey, Dad, I need these shoes, that. And I've done it despite of whether I could even put a spoon or something to eat in my mouth.
That was your choice to have more children, not theirs.
You're right. It was.
I'm
not saying it was their fault.
Yes. But
I
part
know
of that statement
all
is
blaming
part of that
them.
statement is looking for empathy.
I'm not looking for empathy on them about anything. What I don't understand in that situation is their mother knew my situation and then turn around and do the exact same thing to me, hold my kids against me.
But she didn't hold your kids against you in that
If she wouldn't let
moment.
them come
I'ma
see
tell
me, she
you.
did.
But it's not her. And I'm telling you this because your daughters are saying that they needed you to show up. So you keep thinking it's her that's telling
Now
you
they need me to show up, but when they were still considered minors and kids.
She just said when they were younger too, they needed it.
All right, you're right.
Who doesn't need their dad?
You're right.
I appreciate the strength that you two women had to come out here. I appreciate the vulnerability that you two have. And I'm sorry that you're in pain. I'm sorry. And as I told you backstage, and I want you to hear this too, Renee, because I said this to your daughters. I said, when they said it's just Dad's fault, I said, no, it's not just Dad. It's Mom too. Because I understood that this take both of y'all. So young ladies, I'm sorry again. And I'm gonna figure a way to get you some more healing. If I offer you two young women therapy, just to have somebody to talk to about what's going on, would you be willing to take that?
I've already did it. I've already done that when he left. I'm not gonna keep sitting and do no. It's either he wants to be in our life or he don't. I'm sitting here acting like this man is dead. He's obviously alive. Like I don't want no. I don't want that. No,
I'm talking about for yourself.
No, I don't.
I get
I'm
it.
good. Like it's just I want him to get where we're coming from. These are your blood, your child, and you have not seen us in how long? You don't even know nothing about us, Dad. You don't. Every time you ask to get us something, what's y'all size? You should know this.
Alon, I am sorry. I have loved you since the day you were born.
You sorry for,
I'm sorry for leaving you in that situation. I'm sorry that when I moved away, I didn't pack you up, fight your mother, and put you in the car and take you with me. I die and hurt every day because I don't get to talk to you. Both of y'all.
Okay, so we got an apology. That's what you wanted. You got your apology, and that is a start. I know there's a lot of hurt right now, and that there's a lot of healing that needs to happen, but at least you got the apology, and now you can start that journey. All right, listen, I want to offer you therapy because I want you to have a little bit of therapy so that you can feel better about what's going on. Are you willing to accept that?
Okay.
Are you willing to accept the therapy? Good. I will get you support, okay? I know you're not ready right now, but at least you can get it, and at least you got a little bit of something that you can use and take with you from here, all right? I'm so sorry for what y'all are going through. But I love you, and at least you heard your father say, I'm sorry.
Hold up. Where are you going? I know you want to watch more Karamo, so click here to subscribe and click here to watch more so we can keep talking and growing, friends. I love you.